Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 735. Title of today's lesson is the difference between head out, head off, and head over. Okay, so we want to screenshot, do it now. Let's go to it. All right, now it's also important to note that head by itself is a verb. It just means to go in a particular direction. Okay. And all right, here's the first one. If a person heads out, it simply means to leave or depart. Now, you may or you may not know where the person is going, but when they say they're heading out, it just means they're leaving. All right, and by extension, it could also mean to leave a building or an area or some structure. You're actually going out of it. All right, now head off usually means leaving, especially for a particular place. Thus, it is often followed by the preposition to, naming the place. So we often say you're heading off to somewhere. However, it could be used by itself, which again is a little tricky. This is where there could be some crossover. I've often heard people say, I'm heading out, I have to head off. They sometimes use head off like head out, just meaning that they have to leave. So there could be a little crossover there. All right, let's continue. Now, head over is not an official verb phrase where head out and head off are, okay? But a use of the preposition over, which is simply used after the verb head, okay? In this sense, over could have several uses implying, especially crossing something, crossing a boundary, crossing a barrier, an area, a road, a river, etc. Or it could simply mean moving from a place just a short distance away as well, all right? And we got 8 examples here to show how to clarify this more. All right, here's the first one. I'm going to head out. It's time for me to go. All right, now clearly here you're saying you're just leaving. Now, again, somebody may or may not know where you're going. This could be at work. You say, I got to head out. I have to head out now. So your coworkers may assume you're going home, but maybe you're going shopping. Maybe you're going somewhere else. Who knows? He headed out of the building. Now, this is where you're specifically leaving a place. All right, number 3, she headed off to the supermarket to get some groceries. All right, so remember, we often say you head off to somewhere. You're going to this particular place. Number 4, I'm going to head off to work now. All right, still very clear. Mrs. Smith already headed off. Tell her to call back tomorrow. Well, this is probably somebody who called to speak to Mrs. Smith. So the person is tell the person on the phone to call back tomorrow. So this is a case where there could be a little crossover. I mean, you could say she already headed out, she already headed off, she already left. In this case, there could be a slight amount of a slight bit of crossover here. All right, let's continue. I want to head over the bridge before rush hour. I don't want to get stuck in traffic. All right, now this one is you're crossing either a barrier, you're crossing a bridge, you're crossing a river, especially the idea of crossing something. You'll probably use over. You're heading over somewhere. Okay, I had to head over to the other side of the campus for my next class. Yeah, in this case, it's, you're crossing the whole area of the campus. So that's why you would probably say head over in that sense. Okay, good. And the last one, head over to the window and wave goodbye to your children leaving for school. So head over, and this is the last one that means only like a short distance away, like within the room. Just, head over to the other side of the room. We can use it that way as well. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope you get a better feel now of when you're more likely to use one of these phrases than the other. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.